one big thing you'll really quickly pick up on if you live in London for like more than a year is that there's a real lack of community, like everywhere you go. I mean, obviously there are some like ethnic groups and religious groups that I feel like have a bit more, sense of connection, because obviously similar cultures, similar look, similar beliefs and stuff. I mean, humans are very simple. If you look like me and you have like a couple things that we're in common with, you know what I mean? Oh, we're a fam, you know what I mean? You know how it is. I mean, obviously, being a racially ambiguous guy who also isn't religious, I mean, I'm kind of shunned off from all that, but still, humans are very simple in general. I mean, I'm not gonna act like I'm any better than that, obviously, because if I were to act like that, that'd be a complete lie. I'm also pretty simple-minded when it comes to a lot of things. But back to what I was saying, real lack of community everywhere you go, and I feel like that's less of the problem of the people and more like the problem of the country, because I mean, living in the UK and especially London is just depressing, man. I mean, inflation everywhere you go. Fish and chips is like £14. £14, like the staple of British cuisine, you know what I mean, which isn't really good to begin with, is £14. Like, that's a normal price nowadays, and it's like insane to me. But yeah, again, lack of sense of community. I've already said that like a billion times now, but you especially feel it when you're out on the street, you know what I mean? To me, I feel like walking around London or just commuting around London is kind of like a war outside. Like, everyone fucking hates everyone else, and they're willing to fuck you over if they get the chance. I mean, like, most of the time, people are fucking fake out here, man, and really just, even like people you might meet for like a second, they're on smoke immediately as you see them. Immediately. Without reason, they're immediately like, hey, fuck you. This is my shit, this is mine. Like, I don't know. It's a crazy thing out here. I mean, I guess it's this sort of mentality that like you need to fuck everyone else before they fuck you, basically. It's kind of like survival of the fittest kind of thing going on here, especially in a very busy and competitive city like London. I feel like that's honestly overall a good attitude to have, because it gets you places, but like for the soul, man, for your being, it's just not it. At least to me, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe, who knows, maybe one day I'll be the exact kind of people I hate, you know what I mean? You never know. I mean, look what happened to Sneeko, guys I used to watch, end up turning into complete assholes, but either way, back to what I was saying. And I feel like, again, commuting around London, taking public transport, you will notice this immediately as you get on a bus, mainly the bus. I feel like on the train, people are too depressed to even give a shit about anything. They'll just take it, honestly. At that point, most people on the train will just take it, but people on the bus, people are just assholes. That's the difference here. Like, on the train, people are just depressed. They're just looking down. They just got off their 9 to 5. They want to kill themselves. People on the bus, on smoke. People on the bus are fucking ruthless, man, especially in London. And I mean, I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday when this happened. Honestly, the days are turning into one at this point. But yesterday, it's 9 a.m. I get out of bed. I get ready immediately, go downstairs, and, catch the bus to go to college. I mean, it's really cold. It's like, I think it was like 5 degrees out or something like that. And obviously, man, I don't feel like going in today. I mean, I finished a bunch of like all my college work. Why should I have to go in? But like, obviously I need to keep my attendance up. It's good to go in, and I have friends there, you know what I mean? It's good. But yeah, I mean, I'm in a bad mood, man. It's fucking cold. I don't want to go in, and it's just overall a shitty day. And I have to take the bus too, and there's a chance that it's going to be completely overrun with like school kids, which is usually around the time when I want to kill myself. But that's a different story for a different time. But basically, anyone who knows, like, who's been on like the London buses, or just a bus in general, on the first floor, it's like a double-decker bus most of the time. All the way at the back, like the very far row, like the furthest row that you can go, there's like 3 seats, and there was a lady all the way on the right, basically. And so I sit on the second furthest row, because I go upstairs because I'm like, I want to be cool and mysterious and go upstairs. I don't want to, be on ground level, some lame shit like that. I usually go all the way, like I go up to the stairs and I go all the way at the back and like listen to music and look out the window and shit. That's usually my usual thing. But today I'm like, man, I'm angry, I'm pissed off, I just want to sit down and just, I don't want to walk up the stairs, too much effort, too much to do, guys, you know what I mean? I'm not in the mood, okay, But basically, I sit down there, and obviously I'm not looking in the direction that we're going. So I'm thinking to myself, someone just, obviously there was a seat also on the second furthest row, but it was on the right side, right in front of where that lady was sitting. So I was like, okay, I mean, I want to look where I'm going, you know what I mean? I want to be in the what's it called? The view of where I'm going, you know what I mean? You understand, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, I mean, this won't happen to me because I'm not, like, retarded, but, like, sometimes you can be like, oh, yeah, like, I'm going off to Finchley, and instead you're fucking in Leeds all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Just, you can get really lost sometimes, especially when you're just tired, man. It just happens sometimes. But, so yeah, she moves, I sit down there, and I could not believe it, honestly. I could not believe it. But the lady behind me just says, excuse me, I'm here. And honestly, at first, I don't know who she was talking to. I was like, there's no fucking way she's talking to me. No way, right? So I turn around and she looks at me and she said, again, excuse me, I'm here. And I was like, okay, like, and? I literally just said, okay, and she was like, acting as if I basically, when you're on like an airplane and there's this, you know what I mean? You're flying economy, it's fucking shit, the chair is smelly, the food is bad, and honestly, overall, the experience is just really fucking trash. And the flight's like 12 hours long. It's a terrible experience. No leg room either. And like, obviously, the guy in front of you was fucking pushing his chair all the way back, and you're just like, you know what I mean? That's the way she was talking to me, as if I've just done that to her. When really, all I did was just sit down, you know what I mean? And then she started doing like hand movements and said like, you don't have to go, or something like that. Basically what she's trying to say is that I aggressively sat down. I don't know why she would have to give a fuck, but I aggressively sat down. Honestly, I didn't really aggressively sat down. All I did was just like sit down, like semi more than casual, I guess. I don't know. I got comfortable in the fucking. I'm sitting down. What do I have to do? Like sit down like a robot or something? Overall, I was just like really confused at that moment, and I had two options. Either get into an argument with this fucking old hag. I mean, she was around like maybe 60 or 50 or 70, around that sort of age range. Do I, call her a bitch and get angry with her and then have an entire altercation and other people join in and, you know what I mean? Or do I just let it go? Obviously, I chose let it go because, man, it's 9 in the morning. The day just started. Like, why are you picking a fight with a 17-year-old? And the day just started. Why? What is this? This is really confusing here. So obviously, I was just like, okay, cool. I don't know why you care, but interesting. I'm gonna go sit back where I was before. Basically, I just treated her like she was crazy. Because she was. I mean, no normal person does that. I don't know. It was so random. I was just like, what the fuck? And then obviously, when you like succumb to the pressure of someone, you know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't say it's like succumbing to the pressure of that person. I feel like me doing that was more in favor of myself than anything else. But like, there's a part of me that felt like I should have said something to her. I should have berated her in that moment. I should have done that. You know what I mean? Because it feels like you lost almost, but like really you didn't. Because at the end of the day, you just get to go do your thing and move on with your life, basically. But there are moments when you kind of succumb to kind of having to give up and be like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna do what you want, man. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Have a good day, whatever. So I did that, and a part of me felt like I shouldn't have done that because you know, my mind started racing and thinking, like, did she do that to me because she thought that I looked like the kind of person that would just take it and move? And so that really angered me. I was like, should I have fucking done that, or should I just called her a dumb old hag and got into a complete altercation at like 9 in the morning? I mean, like, what should have I done? I mean, obviously, I did the right thing. I caused the least amount of trouble for myself, and also just the least amount of trouble for everyone else on the bus, because imagine 9 in the morning, you know, I'm going off to college. I think that's trash. There are some people going off to work. They're about to do their fucking 9 to 5. It's really sad. You know, they don't want to hear some 17-year-old racially ambiguous guy versus some random old Muslim lady. They really don't want to watch that. You know what I mean? They just want to snooze off and go to work. That's literally it. So yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, I did pick the right option there, but there is a part of me that feels like I should have went off on her. But you know, overall, again, I did the right thing morally, I think. Also, my god, my throat, holy shit. No Diddy. But yeah, I'm not sure what the moral of the story for that is, honestly. Is it that people born in 1970s dickheads, Gen X are dickheads? Is it people need to be more nice? I feel like it's a mix of both, man. I don't know. I guess it just goes back to that very individualistic thing, that very individualistic mindset that people in London have. Again, when like commuting around, I feel like people really just, it's them against the world. Everyone else is out to get them, and they have to, I don't know, be a dickhead before someone else be a dickhead to them, basically. And I think that's what she was doing. I mean, I feel like it's just a symptom of a bigger problem, honestly. I mean, honestly, you don't have to read into it as much as I am. I feel like I overthink things, but like, I feel like what I'm saying has a bit of truth to it in some way. I don't feel like it's just people in general are dickheads. I feel like it's just more of like the state of this country. And like, I mean, ever since the start of, you know, the UK, I mean, it's always been divided. It's always been at war with itself. You know what I mean? It's never been peaceful, but like more than usual than ever. I feel like these past few years have just been really, really bad, and it just keeps getting worse every day. And I don't know what the solution to any of it is. I mean, I don't have the answers. I'm just some random kid making Minecraft videos right now and going to college and shit. I don't really know anything, but like, oh no, man, I'd like to, you know. A part of me feels like just sucking it up and just kind of dealing with it, but like at the same time, we shouldn't have to settle for people just being massive dickheads 24/7. You know what I mean? I feel like we should be better as you know, as a community. I feel like we should be more of a community in London, but I guess we don't really have that, really, do we? I feel like it's almost impossible until like the financial state of this country gets better, and like I feel like I guess the government does more to kind of bring people together, or just like, I don't even know. Again, don't have the answers here. This is completely uneducated opinions on like the economy, race relations, the relationships between people. You know, this is a completely uneducated take, but you get what I mean, guys. You understand what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was a really random thing to happen to me. Like, I mean, there are moments where I've had like altercations with people, but it's never been like as like upfront, and especially the way and tone she talked to me in. She was acting as if I like murdered her entire family or something, or called her a massive bitch, when all I did was just sit down in front of her. That's it. Nothing crazy, really. Nothing crazy. But yeah, that's really it. That's all I really have to say. Thank you guys for watching. I know this might seem like a bit of a weird video if you are watching. I mean, most likely if you're watching, you're probably just like one of my friends who I sent the channel to. But if you are someone who is watching, you don't have to enjoy this, really. This is not like for the enjoyment of, I mean, it is, a half of it is like, you know what I mean? Enjoyment for the people. But a part of me is just like, I want to have a channel up that I can kind of post on and talk about things that I, you know, care about, or things that I'm interested in, without like a script. Because on my main channel that I mainly use, which I won't link down below or anything. I do a lot of, you know, scripted long form content, and sometimes it's just nice to sit back and just kind of off the cuff say a bunch of things. Like right now, I've been speaking this entire time completely just randomly saying things on a topic, and just that's it, you know, no script, no nothing, just chill, relaxed, whatever. And yeah, I don't know, it's been fun. Sometimes it's nice to just vent out a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? It's cool. I don't know, it's something I really miss about old YouTube, you know? I kind of, you know, I feel like with older Minecraft content, it's really more just like really casual, and it feels, you know, obviously while it's family friendly, it felt real to a certain degree, a lot of the content I'd watch back then. But nowadays, obviously, it's just like massive bold colors and pop-up text and challenges and shit like that, which I just think is really lame. I just don't mess with any of that. But obviously, again, not for me. Like, I'm at this point where I'm transitioning into like adulthood. I don't really need to, the content isn't for me anymore, you know what I mean? It's for the kids, guys, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Either way, thank you for watching. This video again is, and this channel in general, is more of just like me to upload stuff and kind of look back on later down in my life. Maybe I'm like 30. Maybe I have kids and I'm like, fuck it. Let me look back on what I used to think. Let me look back on what I used to sound like. Let me look back on my old perspectives on life. You know what I mean? Kind of like a diary, but on YouTube. And in the form of MCSG content. You know what I mean? Fun, guys. Really fun. So yeah. No promises on uploading schedules. No promises on if I'm going to see you guys next time. Just... maybe I'll post, maybe I won't. I mean, most likely what's gonna happen is I might post like four videos, and then I'll just call it a day and just completely quit and go back to my usual stuff. But, you know, it's always fun to have a little break away from, you know, my more, you know, much more edited, much more scripted videos, and also just a break from life in a sense, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's nice to just sit down, play some games. I mean, right now, oh my god, right now I'm not really playing. This is like pre-recorded videos because I don't, it's hard to, it's really hard to, you know, make an SG video when there's like 6 people in each game, and also in general, people are trying to kill you, man. I really can't multitask like that, really. It's either I'm doing one or the other most of the time. So yeah, really just kind of sitting down and talking about some stuff. And yeah, that's really about it. So maybe see you next time. Don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Have a good day. Yeah.